right, so this week on Moa's Arc, here's why I always talk about things that I think we should either remove from our life or keep in our life. And one of the things I learned on this trip and celebrating in this moment, there were a lot of ups, a ton of ups. And I wouldn't even say downs. That's just it. There were moments that I think you could have perceived to have been down. But I don't think they were. And I think this happens in life. We are afraid, a lot of us, of anything that makes us uncomfortable, including uncomfortable conversations. And sometimes uncomfortable moments lead to uncomfortable conversations. There were people who did not show up to the party that a 40th, I had my questions.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't you be here?
Yeah.
And there was a moment where a conversation surrounded that. And this was for a couple of individuals. And it came up that I was at a different celebration, which was a monumental birthday as well, a 40th or 50th. And it was said that, well, you didn't want to be there. And I said, you're right. But I was. Because for me, sometimes I don't think we have the vision we need in life. Sometimes you can't let the moment override the vision. There was a time when I did not want to go to celebrate a family member of mine's birthday because it conflicted with a work date. And I spoke about this on air.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, I felt the way about some things. And I told you about it on Patreon, the first Patreon we ever did. I don't know if you remember. If you don't, it's okay. But I went. I chose my family because I had said to myself, as much as I'm in this place right now, and this is what I want y'all to do sometime when you feel this way, as much as I'm in this place right now, what will this look like 10 years from now, 20 years from now? God forbid something happens to my mom, my dad, my sisters, my best friend, whomever it is, that I don't go. God forbid something happens to them. I got to bear that. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially if this is someone you love. There's someone who's been in your life. Like, I may feel today like it's a message, but I don't know how I'm going to feel about that 10, 20 years from now, especially when I'm younger, right? So I went. So in my mind, what excuse would someone have to not be there for me?
Mm-hmm.
And that led to some things. But I brought that up because there were a couple tough conversations, and maybe it's me getting older. Maybe it's being in radio for 8 years now. Maybe it's the growth, because I feel like there are so many listeners who listen to me and who have grown with me, who have watched me grow, right? There's a point in time on the show I barely spoke, and there was a reason. But now you get to where I'm a different person. I've become comfortable being uncomfortable because of how uncomfortable I have been for so long now. Those conversations don't bother me. My dad, he'd be like, yo, let's just watch a movie as a family. And I figured it out why he said that all these years. It's so we can't talk. Right? That's his thing. And I don't knock it. I get it. So that there's no arguments, there's no beef, there's no people drinking. And I'm not talking about the conversations where people waking up mad at each other. I'm not talking about those, right? Sometimes those happen. We human, we family, we move on. I'm just talking about the conversations where maybe we on vacation and everything should be roses. But sometimes, we were talking about this off air. Sometimes for me on vacation, everybody's drinking. Everybody's having a good time. You free. You got time. You got space. Work is not bogging you down. Sometimes that's where some of those conversations happen.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And they're not always bad. Sometimes they're just hard.
Yeah.
Every hard conversation is not a bad conversation. Sometimes they're the best conversations once you get to the other side of them.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you're going to say things that I would have never thought about, and I'm going to do the same, and we're going to go places that maybe we would never go unless we were here in this moment. And when you both can put your egos aside, and this is not about being right or wrong, this is about just understanding. How did you see this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is how I saw it. Okay, well, what were you thinking? This is what I was thinking. How did it make you feel? This is how it made me feel. Oh, shit, I ain't know you felt like that. I never thought about that. And then now we can come here and go, the whole time I'm thinking you just ignored what I was feeling. You didn't know what I was feeling. The whole time, right? I'm thinking that you just didn't care. You were just unaware. That's why the communication is important. Hard conversations make softer relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we know that back in the day? We used to say
A hard head
make
makes
a soft ass.
Yeah.
We knew it then.
Why do I?
You see how you knew it? You recited that quick. But for some reason, we don't know today that hard conversations make for softer relationships. I don't want to carry around all of this shit I'm feeling all of the time and not be able to express it because I'm afraid how somebody gonna take it.
Yeah.
I want you to be able to say, whoa, okay, I didn't like that, but I understand. Now here's how I feel. And then let's get somewhere with it.
Mm-hmm.
And that happened a few times. And I'm proud of that. And my mom and my dad kind of had the same feeling. Where it was like my dad, shout out to my dad, he was like, whoa, I don't want to have this right now. It's getting real. I don't want no part of this. Like, shut it down. And I was like, nah, Pop, like this is one of those that need to happen. And then when it did happen, he was like, I looked up, he was like, that was good. That was good,
Yeah.
right? And it was touching to me because normally I would have shut it down because my dad said shut it down. But I'm getting older. See, that's that 40 of like, nah, I gotta get this off.
Mm-hmm.
And I know where I'm coming from. It's gonna be good. We all right, but I gotta get it off
Mm-hmm.
because so many times in life, man, there's so many people who I feel like need help with that. As soon as you feel like, nah, I'm not. Nah, express yourself. But you gotta find a way to do it. You gotta separate the emotion from it and give the logic in it. And let everybody eventually get to the center of what you're trying to say and get your shit off.
Mm-hmm.
While you're here, you deserve to. Whoever you need to talk to, go talk to them. It's gonna be a hard conversation, but you are capable and it is possible to come out better on the other side of a hard conversation.
Yeah.
And yeah, I learned that. I expressed that to both my mom and dad, who both had the same feeling like I was saying earlier of like, I don't know. But after I expressed it to them, they was like, nah, you're right.
Mm.
Don't look at all of those moments as, damn, that was a sour moment. No, that's how you grow. Those are the moments that are important. Those are the moments that mean something.
Mm-hmm.
And while I'm here, before I get off this real quick, I really never liked the fact that I feel like most people will get upset with the person that's willing to tell them the truth. But they never seem to get upset with the person that knows the truth but won't tell them and just lets them go out there and do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I've always been the truth teller. I've always been the one that gets to, right? Like,
Yeah.
Here he goes.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you what I see. I'm telling you what they're afraid to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
They'll just watch you fuck up and won't tell you nothing. And then just smile in your face like it's still a party. And you just love that person. Look, that's my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
But the person that's willing to go, I love you enough to say, no, that ain't it. That ain't it. I ain't hating. I'm telling you this because I want the best for you, whether you love me or not. I want the best for you. I'm willing to sacrifice us to do that. That person never get that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I don't want to hear it from him.
Yeah.
Damn. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So just keep that in mind as y'all navigate your loves and your friendships.